Greetings the internet and hello from this side of the galaxy. It's your boy Spud, and in this video I'm gonna be talking about some of the most expensive and exorbitant things that rich people spend their money on. Getting to number one, once you've reached Ambani levels of richness, you can't be bothered to sit around waiting for good deals on Amazon or anything. You need a dedicated portal for your expensive and exotic tastes, and James Edition has just the deal for you. Anything from supercars to private jets to entire freaking yachts, you can buy here. Wanna buy an antique, whatever, they have the deal for you. Wanna buy a private jet? Well, guess what? Speaking of private jets, coming on to number two is another one of those things that rich people just cannot seem to resist. Well, obviously when you have a lot of money, enough money to end world hunger, the most logical purchase would be a private aircraft, obviously to bring aid to the people of the world. It's no secret that a private aircraft can burn a serious hole in your pocket. Most prices are negotiable, but it's gonna set you back around 30 crores, and that's INR that I'm talking about, to maintain and to store a mid-sized Cessna private jet. However, if you are just a millionaire and not a billionaire, you can still own a private jet. Well, not own, but lease one. What you can do is you can get together with your other millionaire friends and you can take out a lease on a private jet, and then you can figure out some kind of timeshare arrangement so y'all can be in time for summer in France. Or if you cannot be asked to just lease one, you can, and if you have the money lying around, just buy one. Buy it and then figure out some kind of timeshare arrangement so all of your families can spend your summers in France. Moving on to number three, the rich, more often than not, seem to have a need to stand out from people, to be above them in a way. When people like you and I are looking for phones, we tend to pay a lot of attention to the price to performance that we're getting. However, when money is not an issue, these things go out of the window. If you're a high-powered billionaire who makes decisions which could make or break the world for breakfast, privacy and security might be one of your biggest concerns. Keeping this in mind, UAE-based cybersecurity firm Dark Matter came up with the Khatim smartphone. This smartphone is so secure that NSA, CIA, or well, any spy agency in the world who has been tracking you can't exploit those vulnerabilities that they would be able to on a normal smartphone, such as the camera or the microphone. This phone possesses the ability to individually switch off these features so that it can ensure complete privacy in extremely privileged private conversations or high-powered business meetings. This phone is built like a tank and it can take anything you throw at it or throw it at. Additionally, this phone runs on a highly hardened version of Android to prevent it from any cyber attack so that the software can't be infiltrated either. This phone is so exclusive that there is no listed price for it, and Dark Matter prefers to interact one-on-one with their consumers so they can give them the best customized experience possible. However, rumors says that you would be spending somewhere around 17,000 US dollars just for a phone. Or you could just be basic and get a designer to put diamonds on your iPhone or something. Number four is a bit of a weird one. What do you get a man who has everything? The ability to shed gold, obviously. He might have everything, but he surely does not poop out gold turds. These pills do exactly that. For 425 bucks a pop, you can get these pills which are filled with 24 karat gold leaves and dipped in gold for good measure, and they will turn your turds glittery gold. Talk about the true Lannister experience, huh? Coming in at number 5 are tickets to space. You have too much money weighing down your pockets? Are you tired of spending your summers in the south of France? Tickets to the Virgin Galactic might be just the thing you need. Richard Branson promises to take the excess wealth off your hands and then shoot you off to space in his shiny new spacecraft. A lot of Hollywood A-listers have already invested on their spot on the Virgin Galactic. You could have one too for the measly price of $200,000. Or you could just put down your deposit and reserve your space on the Virgin Galactic. Test flights in 2020 have shown positive results, and they may be spacebound anytime in the early 20s. Having too much money has its perks, right? Hold on to that thought as we roll on to number 6. Being loaded as fuck can be extremely taxing on your mental health apparent. Some banks hire specialized psychologists to help uber rich patrons who are worried because they have too much money. Imagine having so much money that you don't know what to spend it on and it makes you anxious. According to leading wealth psychologists, money is still a taboo in our culture. I mean, when you have so much money, I doubt many people are going to emphasize with the fact that you had to take a cab from the countryside to your home because your Lambo was in the workshop. If there is one problem that I wouldn't mind having, it's this one. Kidnap insurance. Obviously, if you have a ton of money, you tend to be on the radar of some people who are in the business of making people disappear and reappear for a small fee. See, the rich have thought about this and they invest in expensive kidnapping insurance. It comes with a professional team to handle all aspects of your unfortunate disappearance. From a negotiator to hammer out all the details of your release, to all the ransom, and even a specialized SWAT-esque team to extract you in case things go south. I would really like having a pet A team to bust me out of situations like. Have you ever gotten bored of being the lawful citizen of just one country? Does it feel shameful to show your billionaire friends that you have only one passport? Well, fret not, because next on the list is multiple citizenship. Most countries require one to meet certain criteria before even considering them for citizenship, and complex citizenship laws across the world have made this a little complicated to pull off in a lot of countries. However, acquiring your new status symbol might not be so difficult in countries like Austria, Malta, or some Caribbean islands for as little as $100,000. Yes, you can just straight up buy your citizenship in these countries and have the passports to show for them. Obviously, some will cost you much more dearly than others, but those are the ones that are the most coveted. A Cyprian passport will run you around $2.3 million, and an Austrian one will run you a whopping $23.7 million. That's a lot of money just to show off to your friends. The rich are not immune to the fears of the world collapsing as we know it. If the world were to descend into anarchy, the first people to have a big bullseye painted on their back are the rich, very akin to the French Revolution, which is why a lot of extremely wealthy people are now investing in doomsday-proof housing, which are constructed in repurposed Cold War era bomb shelters. These shelters can withstand a nuclear holocaust and are equipped to be self-sufficient and sustainable for decades while keeping its occupants in a reasonable amount of comfort and luxury. The Viros Europa one is one such project in Germany. Luxury underground condos to spend the rest of your life in relative comfort. If you've ever owned a pet, at one point you kind of have to come to terms with the fact that your pet is not going to live forever. Most of us will spend well beyond our means just for the well-being of our pet. The rich, however, have found a way around this eventuality by throwing money at it and some science shenanigans, of course. The path to accepting the death of a beloved pet is a long and arduous one, but if you have the money to spare, Viagent Pets will hook you up with a new life for your pet dog, cat, or horse. They can't really bring your pets back to life, but what they can do is they can create a genetically identical clone which looks and feels just like your pet. No longer do you have to tell your children that poor old Tommy left to play in the big meadow in the sky with God, but now you just tell him that he reverted to a younger version of himself and now he's gonna live with us forevermore. That's great. Anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe. See all of you in the next one.